Everyone, I'm Tanaaz from foreverconscious.com, and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of October 12th. So last week we had that powerful Aries super full moon. This week we have some high vibrational energy rolling in. We still kind of have this fiery theme going on. So maybe you've been feeling a little boost in motivation. Maybe you've been working really hard to get things done. Maybe you felt really like, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to do this. I'm finally going to take action. I'm finally going to take steps. Maybe you found yourself rushing into things, maybe having to take a few backward steps in there. But that Mars, that fiery energy that came from that Aries full moon that we had last week, Mars was active. Eris was active. We're still getting some of that fiery oomph that we experienced last week under that harvest moon. We're still getting that this week, but it comes with a little bit of a different flavor. We have the sun this week aligning with Arcturus. Well, actually, technically, it happens on the 17th. That's when the sun directly conjuncts Arcturus. However, we're feeling it build all the way into this week, giving us what is called the Arcturus gateway when the sun aligns with this fixed star. Arcturus in astrology is a high vibrational star. It represents protection and also sort of has the same qualities as maybe Mars, maybe Jupiter. It's got a little bit of that in its signature. So we're feeling motivated. We're feeling like we're going to get things done. We're going to do things. We're going to make it happen. We're getting that passion, that drive when the sun aligns with Arcturus. We're also getting a big boost of high vibrational energy. And high vibrational energy we can use for anything in our lives, for healing, for restoration. Arcturus is also connected to abundance and protection. So if there's somebody or something in your life that you want to protect, sending those waves of Arcturian energy. If there's something you want to get done, using those waves of Arcturian energy to feel motivated, to feel confident, to feel inspired, to know that you can. Whatever you put your mind to, whatever big project or whatever challenges are going on in your life right now, you can do it. You can find the way. You can move through. There is support, cosmic support on your side for getting all of that done. So beautiful energy. Arcturus, the energy of Arcturus is also believed to be quite magical, quite spiritual. It's believed to be home to an advanced alien race, Arcturus. Edgar Cayce, the mystic and psychic, did a lot of channeling about Arcturus, said that it was home to these beings that knew how to shift into different layers of consciousness, had a very high awareness, had very high technology. Arcturus is a star that glows reddy orange. However, whenever I've channeled and felt into Arcturus, I always see it as a blue light. So if you want to take in some of this Arcturus energy, I would recommend imagining a channel of blue light coming down through the crown, from the universe, from the stars above, into your body, allowing that energy to go wherever it needs to go. It's high vibrational. Maybe you need a little boost in the heart. Maybe you need a little boost in the lower chakras if you're dealing with fear and uncertainty and insecurity. Maybe you need a boost in the throat. You're dealing with communication issues or feeling like you can't say what you want to say. Channel this energy, move it to where you need to go. It is a high vibrational energy. And it also, I think, is a nice reminder when we get these stargates that we are limitless beings. We have a limited 3D shell around us, but inside we are limitless beings, and we can ascend, we can alchemize, we can transform our lives, our destinies. We're not stuck. So allow that energy to move through you. Arcturus has also got the energy of being a protector. It's supposed to protect Virgo, the virgin goddess, which is kind of interesting because I feel like Virgo doesn't need any protecting because she's a sovereign being. But it is interesting. How can we, if we think of that analogy, how can we protect our authentic self? How can we protect that virgin idea, which in astrology is not about anything to do with sex? It's about honoring the god or goddess within. It's about body as a temple, that we are connected to God, that we are fragments of God or the universe, whatever you want to call it. So, how do we protect that understanding, that awareness within our own being? Something to think about. How can we protect our own inner divinity? Okay, so that's your energy for the week ahead. We've got this beautiful Arcturian energy. Oh, also, I should add, Pluto stations direct this week as well after being retrograde since I think it was May 4th. So, since May, Pluto has been traveling through the underworld. Pluto is lord of the underworld. So Pluto loves to go into the underworld, dig up all the skeletons from our closet and say, here you go. So we're also, that sounds pretty intense, but Pluto's work is very subtle. So this is not going to be an in your face. This is going to be a very subtle working. Once Pluto emerges from the underworld, some of those skeletons that we have not wanted to deal with, if it's time, if it's our time, Pluto will say, here you go, remember this? So we may start feeling some of that. Pluto stations direct this week. We may get something from our past coming up that we need to address. But like I said, this is a subtle energy. Pluto tends to work on the deeper subconscious layers of our mind. So unless we're really digging in, unless we're really listening, unless we're really doing that work, we may not even feel it. But it's a gradual process as well. So even though Pluto stations direct this week, we will be feeling this for the next few months as these skeletons, if you will emerge, and our past will come up needing us to, finally take care of things, finally, address what needs to be addressed. Okay, so I am now going to pull a card from my deck, the Cosmic Astrology Oracle. Let's see what the cards have to say for our week ahead. I'm just setting the intention of a guiding card for our week, but also maybe a card that can give us something to ponder. Maybe some clarity would be nice this week. What do we need to get clear on? Where do we need to focus to get to our highest path, to our highest destiny? I'm going to add that flavor to the cards this week. Well, speak of the devil, Pluto. We were just talking about Pluto going direct this week, and here we've pulled card Pluto, Death and Rebirth. Pluto in this deck is numbered 28, which is the number of uh, number 10 in numerology, or number 1 in numerology, where we've got new beginnings. So I think even though we can experience deaths figuratively and literally, there's always a new beginning that comes from it. But I'm going to read from the booklet because I feel like it just helps to solidify the message for the week. So feel free to close your eyes, read it, read along if you have the book at home. And let's just see what comes up, what resonates, and we can leave the rest. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. It rules over the process of deep, life-changing transformation. Pluto is often referred to as the lord of the underworld, for it's only through venturing into the shadows and the deep pits of our subconscious mind that we can truly transform and awaken to our highest potential. Pluto shows up quietly at first, but then its presence, it becomes hard to ignore. When its energy is strong, we may find ourselves feeling melancholy, dealing with death, experiencing power struggles, or issues reclaiming our power. Or we may find ourselves obsessing or expressing addictive behaviors. You are being invited to step into the underworld to deal with your shadows, your obsessions, and where you may be giving your power away. This journey often requires patience. Just like the caterpillar morphs into a butterfly, there is a period of being in the dark cocoon, unaware of what is to come. You are being guided to transform, to allow things to burn away that no longer serve you, so you can rise. So when this card shows up in this deck, it can mean that you're going through a period of transformation. This card is also your reminder to seek support if you feel low. Confront what is hidden in the shadows. Don't keep stuffing it down there. Make peace with death and endings. Own your power. Work through subconscious issues with a healer, therapist, doctor, and that rebirth is possible. So, we have come out of a lot of cosmic weather with the eclipses. They're done. We don't have any more eclipses. Eclipses are kind of like the most heightened parts of astrology a lot of the time. And we're on the back end of that now. So wherever we've landed, we know rebirth is possible. We are getting high frequency energy to support us this week with the Arcturus gateway. And actually, that Arcturus gateway energy even goes into next week. So if you're watching this video a little bit later in the week, you still have time. The peak of this alignment is on the 17th. So big, beautiful energies coming in to awaken, to help, to shift, to empower us to move ahead into a new chapter. I hope you found that helpful. You can find more at foreverconscious.com. I have an article all about the Arcturus Gateway, and you can also find your October forecast up on foreverconscious.com. And don't forget, if you want to stay up to date with all the cosmic weather for the year ahead, your moon calendar for 2026 is now available. I only have a limited supply, but each month comes with cosmic artwork and affirmation that I designed to go with the energies of the month. You get info on the full moons, new moons, all the gateways, eclipses, the zodiac seasons, the movement of the planets, and then on the back page, I also put some fun stuff that you can fill out, intention settings, journal prompts. So if you're interested in getting your hands on that calendar, you can check it out. It's on my Etsy store, but get in quick because stock is limited. I only sell it for a limited time. So I hope you found that helpful. I am Tanaaz from foreverconscious.com. Thank you so much.